Welcome to the Croft Porch. My name is Wendy Gardner. I'm a senior here with the Croft Institute. Today I'm joined by Sederia Gray, a 2010 alum of the Croft Institute. We're super excited to have her back. Sederia, could you tell me a little bit about what drew you to apply to Croft?
Oh gosh, so I was always interested in international business, international studies. That's something that I really wanted to do, particularly international journalism. It was a time in the world where we were really doing a lot overseas from a United States perspective. And so I thought it'd be really cool to capture that moment and like those stories. So I was looking to do something international. My Spanish teacher showed me the Croft Institute pamphlets when I was in high school because I took Spanish all through high school. And she was like, this might be really good for you to, apply to. You should try it. So I ended up deciding not to go to Ole Miss initially. So I didn't apply. But then I ended up getting a scholarship. So I was like, oh, well, this is great. I'm going to go to Ole Miss. Came and visited the campus, loved the campus. So then I ended up being a sophomore or a second year entry into the Croft Institute. So that's really what it was just my interest in international journalism and international relations.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So Sederia, could you tell me a little bit about a favorite memory of your time at Croft?
Yes, my favorite memories, a lot of them existed within like the computer lab of the Croft Institute because we did a lot of our studying and connecting there. And it was just a time where we would all like get together and laugh and joke and really like create those bonds that last forever. So I would say in the computer lab, and when I was there, it was 2006 through 2010, so the computers were a little bit older. But yeah, it was fun, and I remember just banging it out on the computers and just connecting with each other. So that's definitely something that I think about even till this day. Like a lot of those conversations that I remember happened in the computer lab.
I can confirm that still happens today.
Oh, good. See? It's important.
Exactly. So tell me a little bit about how Croft has continued to shape your life today, especially since you graduated in 2010, been a couple years, you've moved around.
Yeah, every day for the most part, through a lot of the work that I do. So I work at Google and I head up communications for global operations.
Oh, wow.
So we're all around the world. We focus a lot on just operations of like our devices and services. So a lot of the things that I learned at the Croft Institute regarding just being able to immerse in culture, learning about the different countries, things like that, I really apply in my daily work. So I was just in Taiwan a couple of weeks ago, and I remember meeting a couple of people who were from different countries within the APAC region. And I remember that first day we had to learn all of the countries. In the Croft Institute, we had this class, and we had to learn all the countries. And so I still can refer back to that. So when they're like, oh, I'm from, this country or that country, I'm like, oh, I know where that is. And they're like, really? So it's a nice way to connect with people sometimes. So it isn't always about like the things that I learned, the actual technical things that I learned, but it was about just the cultural aspect of things, connecting with people, being able to like find some kind of like synergy there. Those are the things that I really learned in the Croft Institute. And I also learned that through having international students who were here with us as well. So that was an amazing eye-opening experience, especially being from Mississippi where we didn't have as many international students from my city. So it was really cool being able to immerse in that. So all of those things and looking at things from like a world view, they help me every day in my life.
I love that.
Yeah.
So is there a particular Croft faculty or staff member that really helped you to grow during your time with the Croft Institute?
Yeah, I would have to say it was a couple of people that I remember specifically, Dr. Shank and Dr. Gisbin. Dr. Shank because he's the reason why I was admitted into the Croft Institute, which was very important. Yeah, so me coming in, I had to take a lot of those classes that Crofties were taking, but my freshman year, or at least my freshman year, first semester, I wasn't admitted in until the second semester. So I had to like take those classes and things like that. So he was kind of mentoring me through that process. And then thankfully within the spring, I was admitted for my sophomore year. So just having someone that was there to advocate for me was really, really important. And then I just remember Dr. Gisbin because he was always around giving great advice. So he was always there to give us great advice and to keep us pumped and motivated. I always remember his energy. So that was something that I really enjoyed. And a couple of classes that I took with him too are very memorable. So those two people.
Yeah, he definitely has a fantastic energy.
Yes, he does. He has great energy.
So Sederia, something that we love here around Croft is a Croftism. Do you have a favorite Croftism?
So when I was here, we didn't have Croftisms. So this is new, but I love it. It sounds great. But I can say I remember being on campus and we were called Crofties. So you had the lot students were called like Lofties or something like that. The lot and Croft students were called Lofties. And then if you were in Croft, you were a Croftie. So I just remember being that and owning that identity around campus, which was really fun, and being a part of that like community. So I would say it's probably an older ism, but yeah, Croftie is definitely it.
It's old, but it's a classic.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. We're so excited to have you here celebrating the 25th anniversary of Croft, and we're so excited.
Thank you.